Welcome back, everybody, to another NFL video. Today we are doing a mock draft. My goal is I'd like to get 16 out of the 32 picks correct. I don't think it'll happen, but we'll have this right by when we watch the draft on Thursday. So, we are doing only the first round because, well, that's all we really care about. And also, we're going to try to not do any trades because it's hard to predict trades. But yeah, let's go 16 for, is there 31 picks in the draft? Oh, there is 32. I thought a team got like in trouble or something. All right, that is not what we're going to be looking at. How do I pick my players? Oh, I just hit the big start draft button. All right, so we do have 12 trades. I don't know what that is trying to get us to do, but regardless, we are not doing any trades. So with the number one overall pick, I think it's without a question or a shadow of a doubt that this is going to be going one person and one person only. Dang it, I'm pressing stuff on my watch. So yes, without a shadow of a doubt, average draft position. This is the highest average draft position out of anybody. I think Caleb Williams is going number one overall to the Chicago Bears. Number two, this is where things get a little bit 50-50 almost. We got the Washington Commanders, who need a quarterback, who aren't set into a quarterback. They have said I think they'll trade out along with the Patriots. So pretty much both of these are just assumed to go quarterbacks. I do think that the Commanders go ahead and take Jaden Daniels, while the Patriots will go Drake May. Now here is where I'm going to stray from the average path. With all quarterbacks gone, the Cardinals don't need a quarterback, and I do think that Marvin Harrison will be the long-term better player, but I think the Cardinals will make a crazy pick here and drop to Malik Neighbors, which I think is awful as a Broncos fan because that leaves Marvin Harrison Jr. to go to the Chargers, which I personally hate. With the next pick, the Giants need a quarterback. They need wide receivers. I don't see three wide receivers going off of the board straight back to back to back. But seeing as there is no quarterback really anywhere near, Rome Odunze is here. But I also could see them taking Joe Alt. I don't see them taking Brock or Cooper or Quinion or Latu. They don't really need D-line as much as they need these other positions. So with Rome Odunze, I think they take him. Which really screws the Titans, who also need a wide receiver, who also need O-line. I see them taking Joe Alt here at pick 7. Now, the Falcons, who need D-line and cornerback, I think they go ahead and take Brock Bowers so they can have him as their new tight end number 3. Or tight end number 1 so they cannot use him at all. No, that's not. It's not really what I think. Whoever is Arthur Smith is gone, so they're not going to be stupid. I actually see them taking. I think they drop down over Cooper DeJean purely on the fact of racism. The Falcons take Quinion Mitchell. Now the Bears need some D-line. I think they drop and take Byron Murphy II with that pick. Now the Jets. Oh, the Jets. Aaron Rodgers wants more wide receivers. That's just what he's going to want. Do they give that to him? Personally, I don't think so. Because right here they have Brock Bowers. Yes, he could definitely play wide receiver. But there is no real good wide receiver besides Adonai Mitchell. I don't see them dropping that far to take Adonai. So I think they take a tackle here and then promise Aaron Rodgers a running or a wide receiver in the second round so that way they can at least protect him a little bit. Now the Vikings, this is where things get a little bit questionable. I think if J.J. McCarthy doesn't get stolen by one of these teams, which I don't think he should, I think J.J. McCarthy gets taken by the Vikings here, which leaves the Broncos angry because, well, they don't want either of these two quarterbacks. I personally would be okay with Bo Nix or Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy, but I see the Broncos drafting Brock Bowers. Or I could actually see them taking Cooper DeJean. I'd be okay with Brock Bowers, Cooper DeJean, or the quarterbacks here. Also, I'm probably biasly setting up this draft, so all of these people are available for me. But I do see them taking Brock Bowers, which then gives the Raiders an opportunity to go draft Bo Nix, just like in the Madden Sim. The Saints, they have Derek Carr. They don't really need that position. But I do think that they will take Jerzon Newton, which then leaves the Colts to take a Cooper DeJean really late. The Seahawks really need some offensive line, really need an edge rusher. Latu will then drop to the Seahawks. The Jacksonville Jaguars, also needing O-line, will take Troy Fautanu, while the Bengals will sit here and be very angry, but they will also take another O-line, Fashanu. The Rams, I see them taking Terrion Arnold. All these Alabama guys are going to go quick back-to-back, in my opinion. But the Steelers here, this is another one I think they could probably trade out of, but I do think that they will go ahead and drop and take Adonai Mitchell because they need some wide receiver for Russell Wilson to throw to. The Dolphins, really angry that they don't get to add the speed machine. No, that's not the speed machine. Who ran like the fastest 20? Is that Xavier Worthy? Yeah, I think it was Xavier Worthy. I could see them actually taking him. But needing O-line and DL, they take J.C. Latham. Eagles, needing a wide receiver, don't really have one. I see them taking, again, one of the best players in the draft, Dallas Turner. Vikings, after already getting their J.J. McCarthy, will then need to add some offensive help, which I think they will go ahead and take Amarius Mims. Cowboys, after barely missing out on Dallas Turner, could add Brian Thomas here. Could add a CB in Kool-Aid or Nate Higgins. I almost want to take Jared Verse here just so they will have that Micah Jared Verse for like the next couple seasons. But I do see them taking a CB, seeing as they kind of need that, in my opinion. Because there is no wide receiver till Troy Franklin, and Troy just does not scream Dallas for me. I'm taking Nate Wiggins. The Packers need an O-line pretty bad. Buccaneers, I think there was a guy named Tampa. Yeah, TJ Tampa actually in this draft. Should be funny if they ended up taking him. I think Tampa ends up taking Kool-Aid McKinstry. The Cardinals, since they already took their wide receiver in Malik Neighbors, I think they go D-line and go Jared Verse. Just like the Madden Sim. Bills needing a singular wide receiver. I see them taking Troy Franklin, which leaves the Lions. Oh, dang. Am I able to go back? Is that possible? Oh, it won't save. I really meant the Lions to take Brian Alright. Whoops, I meant Brian Thomas to go to the Bills. I messed that one up. Well, whoopsies. Well, they do need a center, so Zach Frazier, I think, could go here. while the Ravens end up getting Brian Thomas or Troy Franklin. We'll fudge that a little bit. And then the 49ers, who do they take? Jackson Powers Johnson. And the Chiefs will go ahead and take, I could see Keon Coleman or Roman Wilson. I'm not as big on Ladd. I think they end up taking Roman Wilson with the final pick in the first round. Grading my draft. Let's see how good I made it. Improve the draft. Well, I don't think I did too bad. I'm going to go ahead and download the image. Thinking back on it, this was a little quick because I have stuff to do. I think Kool-Aid could definitely move up. I do think that J.J. McCarthy could definitely go to the Giants or the Falcons. I don't know. I also think that Bo Nix could also be going to the Broncos, but I also don't think the Broncos are really that set after their second quarterback is the highest paid backup quarterback last year. I think they're going to go ahead, roll 1 year with him. It's going to suck being a Broncos fan for the next year, but that is what I think. Or they could take Cooper DeJean. Anyways, grade my draft in the comments. 1 to 10, I think I'd probably give it about an 8 or 9. We'll see how accurate it ends up being come Thursday, so don't miss out. Join us Thursday as we will watch the draft live. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys.